Xin chào everybody and welcome back to Evil GM Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus non-stream. I'm currently in Prague's airport heading back to Finland, and it has been a joyous 4 days ride. What on earth have I been doing? Well, I've been sightseeing. I've been visiting the city of Plzeň. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I believe you can put in the comment section down below how to pronounce it, or just link me this page where you can all correct my mistakes. The overall review about Prague and Czech Republic, I'd say, have to be that the local cuisine is just fine. It's of course cheaper than in Finland, and it's also a better quality than in Finland. They use much more spices than Finland. You know, Finland usually just uses salt, pepper, something like that. Maybe dill, rarely some herbs, parsley perhaps. But mostly it's very mild. And in Czech Republic they have an old tradition of sort of like medieval type of cuisine, and they have developed their taste after that. Prague also has a good selection of fine dining. Haven't checked if they have any Michelin stars around here, but I have taken a note for a few fine dining places, some steakhouses, and I've already tested out a few steakhouses also, and burger places. The thing about most of the burger places is that they instead of using just normal minced meat as beef for the patty. Instead, they use They use a little bit of aged beef for the burgers, and you can actually taste it in their patty. Unfortunately, when I visited one place called, their slogan is "Beef is burger." Meat is burger. Meat is burger. Meat is burger. The place of the restaurant was cereal burgers, and the food was decent. Of course, they made their own burger buns. They also made, of course, their own burger patties, and the patties, like I said, are from aged beef, like I said. What else? The ingredients, since I guess the summer just comes much earlier than to Finland, you can have fresh, good local vegetables and ingredients much earlier than in Finland. My guess is that it's still snowing in Finland by the time we come back, and we. I know. That doesn't stop the polar bears. And what else? Fish. There are fish dishes in Czech Republic, but it doesn't seem to be in their priorities or main as one of their main dishes, considering that it's not near the sea, and they have some rivers like the river Vltava flowing through the Prague. Prague is also known for their crystals. At least that's what they claim. There's lots of crystals made in Czech Republic, and they are somewhat known from their chocolates. Although we did skip most of the chocolate places, but there were quite many Czech Republic artisan places. We also visited in the old town, saw a few gingerbread museums, and well, there was a Lego museum, and well, come here and take a look yourself. We visited the castle area, also inside the castle, basilicas and the main church. It's from the medieval times. Cathedral, a bigger church. Cathedral, basilica, and not inside the castle area, although it was surrounded by the castle walls.
Old royal palace.
Old royal palace. And there was also the craftsman area where old craftsmanship people who didn't belong to any guilds spent their time and lived among with the guardsmen. The guardsmen didn't get their regular wage, but instead they lived there. Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah, yes. They, as I was saying, they lived with the other artisans because the local royals didn't give them any own apartments. If they did wish to have their own apartments, they would have to pay them themselves. But instead, usually they resided in the same residence as the other people of craftsmanships. And also during the time when they didn't go to war or weren't on their duty, they had other jobs like couriers, watchmen, other craftsmen work, cooks, you name it. It's you don't really need to shoot with your musketeer 24/7 back in Czech Republic old times. And well, the modern Czech Republic, I would have to say that the architecture it's a mix of old and new. And when I mean mixed, it is really mixed by, you can see how they dribble the old and new pieces of buildings randomly here and there. You can see if some building is gonna be way too old, they just break it apart and build a new one. Like there's some old crumbly flats in the central city, and suddenly you would see a new hill right next to it. What else? Well, every block, every corner seems to have a place where you can have beer, because hey, Czech Republic, beer. Have a light beer, have a pale ale, have a dark one. Pilsners too. And we did visit the city of Plzeň, where it's famous from their own brewery of Uruguay. Pilsner Uruguay.
And all the Pilsner beers are originated from there?
Yes, all the Pilsner beers are originated from that place. And the local brewery also bottles other beers also, but they have their own brewery somewhere else, residing close to the factory where we visited. And I believe the whole Plzeň city mostly get their incomes from the factory and their main products. During the old age, when they were building the brewery, they had to make their own water tower and a system how it would be self-sustaining their own pure water, so that you could make their beer and expertise your own craftsmanship there. And it happened so that during the times when the city itself would need water, they would ask from the water supply the brewery had. and thus the brewery didn't become dependent on the town or the city, but instead it was vice versa. And for many years, they have perfected their recipes and crafted their barley and hops and whatnot, so that the modern taste. Yes, yeast is usually what comes to the a beer, and they have perfected the right brewing techniques to have the modern taste of what you nowadays are drinking back in your local pubs. Um Me, I don't like a beer, as some people might know. But what the hell did I do there? Simple. It's a respect towards the profession, and it's the knowledge of knowing how is the item produced. Simple as that. And in the brewing, at the brewery, to our unlock, we tried to get our names. You could carve your own names in the own giant glasses, but unfortunately, at that time, they had something wrong with their maintenance or whatever in the machinery. So we just have to drink our own beer from just regular glasses without your names. Of course, you can just write something else than your name to the glass, like "fuck off" or "keeps your hands off," or something like that. So what else then? Chocolate, beer. There were amazing a lot of graffiti around in that in Czech Republic. Basically, if there's a chance for people making a graffiti somewhere, you could basically just see it. The level of graffiti wasn't that fancy itself. It was mostly just name tags and sometimes more decorated name tags, but not so like graffiti art itself. I do not know if it bothers the people, but I do know that for me at least, it doesn't bother my eyes. Of course, if the Hilton would itself would be covered with graffiti, I guess it would hit their own how would I say public image for people who want to take themselves more seriously. We also visited the medieval restaurant, although some would say it's not that medieval because it contains also pirates and belly dancing and fireworks. And although I do believe that fireworks, well, not fireworks, fire dancing was part of the medieval times, but not in the style of what we saw there. And I do not believe that the local place has permission to use the soundtrack of Pirates of the Caribbean either. But hey, we're not gonna tell them, right? 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 Yeah, thought so. Say, also, there were cannabis, a lot of cannabis here and there. It seems like cannabis is completely legal in Czech Republic. They sell it openly. They have cannabis lollipops. They have cannabis beer. They have cannabis whatnot. And people seem to be all right with it. I was just walking on the first day outside in a park, and boy, did I smell the cannabis around the street. And gee, what else could I say? They also have a huge amount of absinthe. There are absinthe stores separately, so that people can get rid of their addiction. Well, not rid of their addiction. They can subdue them for momentarily. And what I experienced about the absinthe was mostly that Saara's boyfriend, after the huge murder spree, was, he was on a holiday, so he wanted to do something else than just murdering. So he bought himself a huge bottle, something like 5 liters of absinthe, and I think he almost chucked it down with one gulp, although it did burn his throat, and he said, "Man, this is stronger than the stuff that I normally drink." I'm having second doubts if I ever want to see him ever again. I guess I shouldn't have said that out loud. I'm getting suspicious looks, and I can already see the red dot on my forehead. Please do not shoot me before the stream is over. Thank you. And, well, I already talked about the cuisine, something about architecture, something about the local drinking style. The locals drink, well, it differs. It differs what they drink. They have been drinking. How would I say? The locals drink both light and dark beer. And I guess if you are a beer drinker, both are just fine. Although I did ask that what is the difference between the dark and light beer brewing, and the tour guide at the place did explain what is the difference, and after hearing that, I can definitely understand that the dark beers are much more, well, they use more sugar and different kind of hops for it. Well, hey, it's been a long video already, 18 minutes, and guess it's my time to stop the video because we're starting to play Cthulhu Flux here, and it's my turn. Please subscribe, hit the like, hit the sub, hit the share, skip the thumbs down button, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!